permanent rose I got mixed with some stuff that's already in there. This will be the sumacs. There must be sumacs in the foreground. Get really dark and crazy.
What color is that?
This is with pure Windsor blue. That it's either going to be really cool or it's going to be like weird. But
Yeah, it is. That's what I thought it was. I thought you said ultramarine before.
Yeah.
now I just have to make it look like some kind of Minnesota deciduous trees. Okay, I think I want to neutralize it, so I'm gonna have to get some of my Windsor blue and my burnt sienna, because I've got some beautiful neutrals in the piece, but I don't have any down here. See, I always think that the best watercolors are when you're kind of hanging right out over the edge. And they're either going to turn out really neat, or it's easy to paint a safe watercolor, but it's hard to paint a really gutsy one. Gosh darn it, I'm going to paint a gutsy one. Crack my head here. You know, it's amazing how color is always the last thing that kind of, I think, takes hold when an artist is learning. And it looked like the sky and the background were so bright, and then I put this on, and it makes that look so pastel. And it's what's next to the color, and that's what's really difficult in watercolor, because you're continually having to think, if I put this down, what's it going to do to the color next to it? What I'm doing down here in the foreground is truly blowing that sky color away. Okay, I'm getting there. I'm kind of coming with a little bit of reality. Trying to consolidate it into one. Oops, you're like, oh. See, I'm trapped under a short mirror with a flat surface. Okay, it's starting to kind of mellow out a little bit. I think I like some of this really bright, intense stuff, but I'd like to have it as accents. I don't like to have so much of it, I think. So I'd like to... my little point of reference there. I did like them. It's just a little bit of detail is going to make this pull off as foreground trees. To give it a little bit. I can see there's this area down here. I think what I'll do is I'll come in later and make that as a lower, this is 200 feet over the bluff, and I can paint a lower shoreline. tree shapes. I kind of like what's starting to happen here. It's so funny in watercolor, you use frisket and then you try to make it like you didn't use frisket, and you use a square brush and try to make it look like I didn't use a square brush. So it's, I'm kidding. Okay, all right. That's sumac down here. See that? And then I'll have to come up with some kind of a title like Foreground on Acid by Dan Wiemer. I won't call it that. But this, I could paint some nice little shadow shapes into that and create a nice little texture for the sumac. I just can't believe how this foreground just knocked that this distant hill back. It's pretty amazing. I like it. It's kind of. Okay, I think I've regained control of it a little bit. I kind of like that, looking down that hill and seeing just a little bit of shore down there. Yeah, that works out kind of nice. The dark little cat scratch look. So hopefully that's going to be all right. That's what I did instead of using frisket. That's kind of scary when you go right up there. But I really would like, I wanted to try to break that. The big white pine, there's a couple big white pines that stick their heads out above the... Stop, stop. Oh no, I ruined it. But that's a neat spot, I think, to stop. What I'm going to do here real quick is just to... Some of that really pure burnt sienna, I'd like to dull it a little bit. I always think when you get a really bright color, it's like if you've got salsa that's too hot, put some sour cream in it. And if you've got a really bright color, go right across the color wheel and pick that opposite of the, across the color wheel and mix that with your really bright coloring and neutralize it out. So I threw a little. It would really be neat, and I don't think I can do it, but it would really be cool if I could just really make that look like some kind of a I don't like white corners, especially in the foreground. Okay, well, I'm going to do just a little bit more, and then I'm going to stand back and take a look at it and see what the heck I've done. I do like some of my tree shapes that I've got. Shazam!
Good.
I told you I'd go up and bop that mirror with the bean. You know, I think what I do is in a situation like this, I let it dry.